Hello everyone, it's time for another library haul. So I went to the library. I had to renew I ran out of renewals. So I had to take 5 books back to the library, but then I turned around and checked them back out again because there were no holds. So those will not be in this particular haul, but I checked out how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 more books. I double checked with a person that worked at the library. I don't know if they were a librarian or someone else that just checks books in and out where they're not an official librarian. I don't know. I don't know their title there. Doesn't matter. But I did confirm and ask that on an adult library card, which mine would be an adult, I can have up to 50 books checked out at a time. Yeah, I don't have that many. I think, let me pull up, I do have an app for the library, for my county library system. I have, oh, I've got to shut it down and go back in because it only says that I have 17, and I know I have more than 17 books checked out. I have, oh, that's book of the month. Don't want that one. Library. Hey now. Really? Oh, here we go. 38 books checked out. So, 38. Anyway, so let's go ahead and I'm going to show you what I checked out. This was day before yesterday, so today is the 29th of March. It wasn't yesterday, it was the day before. So the 27th of March is when I went and renewed things. So let me show you the new books that I have checked out. The first one I checked out is Wolf Kissed by Renee. This is a fantasy, got it from the fantasy section, and this is book number 1 in the Luna Marked. It says it right there, Luna Marked series. Fighting Fate isn't for the weak. Underneath Cat it says, I am many things, but a supernatural being is not one of them, at least until a crescent mark appears on my wrist and everything changes. I've been marked by a wolf goddess, yet no one knows what that means, myself included. On top of that, I find out my best friend is a werewolf, and her pack alpha is my supposed mate. Just like that, my future is decided, unless I find a way out. Underneath Roman, it says, when fate sends a human mate my way, I'm certain it has to be a mistake. An alpha is supposed to have an equal at his side. Cat might be strong in her own ways, but what she is makes her an easy target in my world. Regardless, Cat is mine to protect, and I have every intention of showing her this is where she belongs, in my pack, by my side. Next, also a fantasy. This is book number 1 in the Black Iron Legacy series. I checked out The Gutter Prayer by Gareth Hanrahan, I'm guessing. Let's see. Enter a city of saints and thieves. The city of Guerdon stands eternal, a refuge from the war that rages beyond its borders. But in the ancient tunnels deep beneath the streets, a malevolent power has begun to stir. The fate of the city rests in the hands of 3 thieves. They alone stand against the coming darkness. As conspiracies unfold and secrets are revealed, their friendship will be tested to the limit. If they fail, all will be lost, and the streets of Guerdon will run with blood. Next up is book number 1 in the Salvagers series, and this one is a science fiction. This is A Big Ship at the Edge of the Universe by Alex White. A washed-up treasure hunter, and then the library sticker is covering the synopsis, the rest of that sentence. So something about a secret society, that's all I got. Then the next paragraph says, they're all on a race against time to hunt down the greatest warship ever built. Some think the ship is lost forever, some think it's been destroyed, and some think it's only a legend. But one thing's for certain, whoever finds it will hold the fate of the universe in their hands, and treasure that valuable can never stay hidden for long. Okay, another science fiction is book number 1 in the Alien Morning series. And this one is Alien Morning. This is written by Rick Wilber. Let's see. Peter Holman is a freelance sweeper. The year 2030. Oh, only 5 years in the future. Okay. The year 2030 sees a new era in social media with sweep casting, a multi-sensory interface that can convey every thought, touch, smell, sight, and sound, immersing the audience in another person's experience. By fate, chance, or some darker design, Peter is perfectly positioned to be the one human to document the arrival of the aliens, the Shidani. The Shidani offer advanced science in exchange for various trade goods from Earth, but nothing is as simple as it seems. Peter finds himself falling for Heather Newsom, a scientist chosen by the Shidani to act as their liaison. Engaged to his brilliant marine biologist brother Tom, Heather is not what she appears to be, but Peter has bigger problems. While he and his brother fight over long-standing family troubles, another issue looms. A secret war among the aliens, who are neither as benevolent nor as unified as they first seemed. Peter slowly learns secrets he is never meant to know about the Shidani and about his own family. Realizing that he has been used, he can only try to turn his situation around, to save what he can of his life and of the future of Earth. Next is a romance, and this is book number 1 in the Embraced by Magic series. I only know that because of the sticker there. This was written by Kerrelyn Sparks, I'm guessing is how the name says, and this is How to Love Your Elf. Flame and Fortune. Sorsha knew the mission was dangerous, leaving the safe grounds of her brother's kingdom and parlaying with the elves across the border. Well, treachery seemed at least as likely as true peace, but to support her sister, Sorsha would brave far more than the underhanded ways of the elves, or so she thought, before she was taken hostage. Of course, her captors didn't count on her particular abilities, or on the help of the woodsman, the mysterious thief who made his home in the forest. He saw the battle from the trees, saw the soldier attacking against incredible odds to save a comrade, and then saw the valiant fighter revealed as Princess Sorsha of Norveshka. He can't tell if he wants to kidnap her or kiss her, but despite Sorsha's stubbornness, his inconvenient honor, and a rebellion on the cusp of full war, something burns between them that neither can let go. This next one, I don't know the exact genre tag, but it, were there 5 or 6? Looks like 6 books actually renewed. Anyway, this one was just in the fiction section. And I'm reading the synopsis on these for the first time. I did look up on Goodreads to make sure they were a standalone or the first in a series. And so other than that, that's all I know. This is either first in a series or a standalone. I don't know. So let's see what it's about. Let's see. Sandra Pennington has lived through something because this library sticker's covering it up. Let's see. Something even in April, Yorktide is chilly and muddy, adding to Sandra's pangs of loneliness. It's been 5 years since her husband died. Her dearest friend is in a care facility. Her children are grown. And the big house is suddenly terribly empty. But Sandra has a plan: to rent out 3 bedrooms and set up a summer bed and breakfast of sorts. There will be challenges, of course, and Sandra's daughter is concerned. But Sandra is eager to try and build a community of like-minded, mature women for companionship and support. Soon, one by one, her chosen housemates arrive. Mary, recently retired, is ready to discard her tough lawyer facade. Patty refuses to reveal or act her age. But beneath her flightiness lies a deep vulnerability. High school teacher Amanda feels uncertain about where her long-term relationship is going, but surely it's too late now to change course. Over arguments and laughter, these very different women get to know each other and themselves. And while summer is always too short, there'll be time enough for reinvention, reflection, and realizing it's never too late to keep growing, changing, and making new friends. Okay, next up, this one is a romance, and it is a newer release. So this one is Book Boyfriend. This is co-authored by Emily Wibberly and Austin Siegmund-Broka. I'm guessing is how that is said. That's the cover. Jennifer Worth lives to escape into the world of her favorite romantasy series, Elthium Courts, where the romance is sweeping and the men are brave, chivalrous, and winged. Newly single and craving connection, she travels to an immersive fan experience celebrating all things Elthium, only to see the last face she expected, Scott Daniels, her work nemesis, whose disinterest in Jennifer's favorite series and standoffishness have made their publishing jobs feel like a feuding Fae court. Except the Scott she encounters at the Elthium experience in his second-hand cosplay outfit is different. Swaggering, flirtatious, confident. Unlucky in romance himself and inspired by Jennifer's love for the swoon-worthy men of Elthium, Scott is determined to remake himself into the perfect book boyfriend. Jennifer has no interest in helping the man who vexes her every workday and dismisses her fictional fantasies, but as the immersive convention activities force them together, they're surprised to discover magic like none Jennifer has ever read about. But is enemies to lovers romance only for books, or can Jennifer and Scott bring the trope to life? Another newer release is, or new release it looks like, First Wife's Shadow by Adele Parks. His first wife died. Now something, sticker's covering it up. When Emma meets Matthew, a kind, handsome widower, he seems to be just what she needs. Yet, as the relationship moves fast, Emma's friends worry she might be exploited. She's a rich woman, after all. Emma doesn't care that Matthew has no money. But as the memory of his perfect first wife hangs over them, Emma does have one tiny doubt. If Matthew's wife hadn't died, he wouldn't be with her, and Emma wonders if she's second best. Can she ever fill the dead woman's shoes? As jealousy and suspicion blossom between Emma and Matthew, events take a darker, dangerous turn. Suddenly, Emma doesn't know who she can trust. Her friends, her husband, or even herself. Next is volume number 1 in the Neverland Chronicles. This is a fantasy. This is Second to the Rite by T.S. Kinley. Gwendolyn Mary Darling, Carlisle's young something, and then there's misfortune. After a tragic accident unexpectedly took her parents, Gwen finds herself the sole caregiver for her ailing sister. It's her 18th birthday. Yeah. Okay, I was like, was it 18th or 80th? It's her 18th birthday. With responsibilities weighing heavy, she struggles to find something worth celebrating. Everything in her life has fallen apart. That is, until she finds a mysterious man in her bedroom. Peter Pan has returned to the Darling estate. Only the boy from Neverland, who refused to grow up, has in fact grown into an alluring man. It's time for spring cleaning, and he's determined to bring a descendant of Wendy back to Neverland with him. Gwen is swept off her feet and across the veil, engulfed in a fantastical world of mermaids, fae, and Peter's new band of lost boys. As she gives herself over to the wonder of Neverland and affections of Peter and his lost boys, she finds herself living out hedonistic fantasies that she could have only ever dreamed about. But not everything as it seems in Neverland. Her memories of home and her beloved sister are fading. A treasured family heirloom, a locket with its own ties to Neverland, is the only tether of the sister she'd left behind, and the life she is obligated to return to. The fairy tales she'd heard as a child only hinted at the truth. Neverland bears some dark secrets. Confronted with deception and lies, Gwen must decide who and what to believe. Okay, next I have Worst in Show by Anna E. Collins. Another romance for sure. Okay, so the library sticker's covering it up. Let's see. Her grandpa is injured. His beloved pet shop is losing the fight against the upscale dog boutique across the street, and his business and home are on the line. Let's see. It says her name is Cora. That's all I could get from before the sticker. So Cora needs that prize money to save the day, and if the only way to win is to train with her strongest adversary, then she'll suck it up and ask for help. Rival store owner Leo Salinger is everything Cora is not: successful, wealthy, and overly ambitious. She would never guess that he is also the kind and witty pen pal she's met on a local message board. But somewhere between teaching pups to heel, fetch, and stay, Cora and Leo are finding a little competition can ignite a serious attraction. Can they stop this sexy spark before all their dreams go to the dogs? Okay, this next one is 8 by B Lustig. That's literally the title is 8. Charlotte Rue is gorgeous, funny, sweet, and somehow I convinced her to be my best friend before I messed it all up and left her devastated on the sidewalk. When I forced myself into her life in high school, I knew I wasn't good enough for her. A troubled bad boy with a dodgy past could never give her the happy ending she deserves. But I never realized how empty life is without her until I wasn't there for her and the darkest time in her life. Now she's banned me out of her life for good, leaving me behind. She tells me I'm too late, and maybe I am, but I didn't work my way out of the gutter by giving up. I fight for what I want, what I need. And Charlotte Rue is everything I need and more. All I need is 8 dates to convince her I will never let her go. 8 dates to convince her I will fight every day for the rest of my life to be the man she deserves. Next is another science fiction, and this one is Citadel by CM Alongi. I'm sure I said that wrong. Okay, let's see. Oh, this is a sci-fi debut. Okay. Ooh, I just learned something cool. Okay, it says in this luminous sci-fi debut, a non-verbal autistic woman refuses to crumble as she stands against a dogmatic society clinging to a centuries-long conflict built on lies. I wonder, is this author graduated, let's see, double bachelor's in history and social justice. She an apartment in the Twin Cities, protects her furniture and roommates, 2 evil cats. Okay. I don't know if she's autistic or not. It doesn't say in the synopsis. If it does, it's covered by another library sticker, so I don't know. Let's see. Citadel is the only human city on the alien planet Adelaide, ruled by the bi-weekly tides that bring both deadly danger and much-needed resources. But the drowning waters, constant threat of starvation, and eternal cold aren't the most dangerous challenge. For the flooded forest is ruled by demons, monsters from hell sent by their vengeful god as penance for their ancestors' rebellion. To save their souls and return to their former glory, Citadel must kill every single one. Or so they believe. Olivia lost her lover to the demons almost a year ago. But during a scientific expedition, a chance encounter reveals that the demons are sentient, a startling revelation that would get Olivia executed if she revealed it. And driven by the burning need for answers, Olivia embarks on a dangerous journey through the forest. And then the library sticker is covering up the rest of the synopsis, so that's that one. Next, I have The Silence, written by Luca Veste, I'm guessing. It was supposed to be our last weekend away as friends, before marriage and respectability beckoned. But what happened this Saturday changed everything. We killed a stranger and covered it up. In the middle of the night, someone died. We didn't know our victim was a serial killer. The 6 of us promised one another we would not tell anyone about the body we buried. But now the pact has been broken. We don't think he was working alone. And the killing has started again. Okay, that sounds very intriguing. So one of the books I pulled out was one that I had already checked out. This one, called The Dark, I had checked it out, ran out of renewals, returned it, checked it back out. So that one I've already hauled however many library hauls ago. So I'm not going to include that one. So instead of 16 books to show you that I've hauled from the library, it'll actually be 15. Okay, so the next to last one is The Hollow Tree, written by James Brogden. The tagline says, "Who danced with Mary before she died?" And I don't know, I can't remember if this is a series or not. Let's see. After her hand is amputated following a tragic accident, Rachel Cooper suffers vivid nightmares of a woman imprisoned in the trunk of a hollow tree, screaming for help. When she begins to experience phantom sensations of leaves and earth with her missing limb, Rachel is terrified she is going mad. But then another hand takes hers and the trapped woman is pulled into our world. This woman has no idea who she is, but Rachel can't help but think of the mystery of Oak Mary, a female corpse found in a hollow tree, and who was never identified. 3 urban legends have grown up around the case. Was Mary a Nazi spy, a prostitute, or a gypsy witch? Rachel is desperate to learn the truth, but darker forces are at work. For a rule has been broken, and Mary is in a world where she doesn't belong. Okay, and this last book that I checked out from the library is a romance, and this one is Pardon My Frenchie. This is written by Farrah Rochon, I'm guessing is how that is said. And library stickers coming it up. So it looks like one of the characters' name is Ashanti Rite. She is juggling something. There's something called Barkingham Palace. And that's what I have. So it says, but life gets even more chaotic when the antics of her adorable French bulldog and poodle bestie go viral on social media. And things are about to get worse. Thad Sims is not a dog person. He's barely a person's person. But after his grandmother is transferred to a living facility that doesn't accept pets, the former army officer agrees to care for her annoying standard poodle. His first move is taking Puddin out of daycare. Now, Ashanti's beloved Duchess is bereft of her companion. Social media is outraged, and Ashanti's business is hanging in the balance. Her only option is to somehow make nice with the surly, sexy Thad. Okay, that sounds really cute. Really interested in that. And those are the 15 books that I checked out in March from my library. So I think my goal moving forward, quote unquote, is not to check any more books out from the library until I've read all those that I have checked out. So I have, I think I said 38, something around there, books. So I need to read those. And then once I've read all of those, then I can check out more library books. So that is my goal. We'll see if I'm able to stick to that or not. I don't know. I kind of doubt it, but we'll see. Let me know if you have read any of these books. If you have read anything by any of these authors, definitely let me know. Talk to me in the comment section below. And until next time, stay true to yourself and enjoy a good book. And I will talk to you later.